fragrance rockers, hope you're having a great day. I'm very excited to tell you all about a brand new scent that came out by S1ck Jewelry called Liquid Silver, so stick around. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Kristen Rocks Frags. My name is Kristen and it is time to talk fragrances. If this is your first time checking out my channel, please be sure to like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe. So today, I'm going to tell you all about a brand new scent by Liquid Silver. I'm sorry, the scent is called Liquid Silver and it is by S1ck Jewelry. Here's the bottle here. And this is a 2021 release, Eau de Parfum concentration. They're very kind and sent this to me, but of course all my opinions are my own. I did a review on some of their previous releases, so be sure to check that out as well. I'll put the link below so you can check it out. And so what's different about this scent is this is actually the first scent in their line that is not a pheromone-based fragrance. So when you look at the other fragrances that they offer, they're pheromone-based. So very cool, very unique, and those scents enhance other scents that you're wearing as well. But they can be worn alone also. So this is another one that you can wear by itself, but you can also wear it in conjunction with those pheromone fragrances as well. For the purposes of the review, I wore it by itself so I can get just the fragrance alone, just to let you know. So they did have a pre-order, but it did end yesterday on the 19th, so it is available to purchase on their website. So it comes in 2 bottle sizes and a sample. So the 5 ml sample retails for $15.98. Then we have a 30 ml bottle, which is $98, and then the 50 ml, which is this, that retails for $118. So let me show you the box first, show you the presentation. So their logo's really cool. I love their style. It's got a very rock and roll, rock star kind of look, and as you know, I play rock and roll, Kristen Capolino group, so it totally resonates with me, their style. It kind of reminds me of Earl Slick. I feel that he would really appreciate their jewelry and their style for sure. So, yep, you got the really cool logo with the skull. You got the, that's right, they got that right, the S1ck logo there, some information on the back, and the box is magnetic, so it opens, it's cool, it gives you the note breakdown in the story, or the description of it, so it's kind of cool. I'll just read that short part. Designed for the modern man, giving the signature impression that will embed in the minds of others. So really cool. So let me show you the bottle. Very cool bottle. It's kind of got that, again, that kind of rock star look, but it kind of looks fancy at the same time. So you got your cap. So it is a plastic cap, but it does look like it's metal. So it's kind of a cool look there. And you have this kind of cool metal plate looking logo there on the front. So actually there's no info on the bottom, but you can get your info on the back of the box. So it kind of makes you think of like a Valentino Uomo bottle, kind of cool. So that's the bottle, very cool. And let me show you the notes. So at the top, we have pineapple, apple, and juniper berries. At the heart, we have bergamot and jasmine. And then at the base, we have patchouli, musk, vanilla, ambergris, and molecule 1. So this fragrance is supposed to be their rendition of the very popular King fragrance, as we call it, the king in the fragrance world, and I'm talking about Aventus by Creed Parfums, or Creed Fragrances, and that's the original Aventus that came out in 2010. And so this is their interpretation of it. So let me give it a spray and I will let you know my thoughts. Maybe we'll have some fun and compare it to my Aventus. I think mine's a 16K 11. I'll check that, but I believe it is. So here we go. So a little bit of a narrow spray, but it does the job. So at the top, it comes off very fruity and happy, very bright and citrusy with that pineapple and apple together. And then you get a little bit of like a bitter, puckery feel with the juniper berries. I really like juniper berries. They give it just kind of like a slate gin feel or something, like kind of bitter. And then you do get the bergamot. I think that adds to the slight juicy bitterness going on here. So like this is very sweet and bright, but it does have a little bit of that bitterness with the bergamot and juniper berries. I get the jasmine a little bit, but not really. Like I don't really find this floral, maybe a little bit, but I think it's more subdued. You're more getting the bright citruses going on. So those still continue on for a while. And then as it dries down, this gets really musky. So, oh, let me just clarify. Molecule 1 is just, it's ISO-E Super. So that's a very popular note. It's a synthetic note, and there are even fragrances out there that just use that ISO-E Super by itself. Like I wear Molecule 1 by S1ck perfumes, and it's really cool. It kind of gives like this sort of musky, cedary feel to a fragrance. It's very unique. It almost smells like pencil shavings to me, but it's awesome by itself, but it really enhances fragrances. So just to clarify, if you were wondering what Molecule 01 is. So the patchouli comes through a little bit, but it's not like a dirty, earthy one. It's kind of subtle. It just gives the fragrance some backbone. And you do get a little bit of the ambergris. There's like a slight saltiness to it going on, you know. But that Molecule 01 or Molecule 1 and the musk really do give it a musky feel in the dry down for sure. But you know, I mostly get the pineapple, the patchouli a little bit, mostly the musk and the Molecule 1. The vanilla does give it a bit sweet, a bit of a sweet creaminess to it, not too much, but overall I find this just very bright and citrusy and juicy, and it's really yummy. It definitely does pull off the Aventus feel. This is more of like a brighter batch, not really the dark, smoky, earthy batches like the old school batches of Aventus. This is kind of a newer one. Like I have, like I said, I'll show you my 16K 11. Yes, that's actually marked. And I've been wearing this I love wearing this for shows. So let's compare. This is kind of a brighter, fruity, musky batch too. So I think this will really compare well. I love this. Yep. So they are. So this one still has more patchouli, I think, going on even from the beginning. It's still, even though this is bright and fruity and musky, I think they are a little different. So this is much muskier, it's sweeter, brighter, and fruitier. I thought they actually would be, because I decided to just go with like a blind, not a blind, but you know, on the spot A/B for you guys. I didn't do this prior, so this is on the spot. So this is actually, I thought they would be similar, but actually there is a slight difference. This one I still find, even though this is fruity and musky, this actually does get a little bit more earthy and dirtier. So if you're someone who is looking for, maybe you weren't into the patchouli in the original Aventus, you might like this because it's a lot fruitier and muskier. This, yeah, it is very fruity and musky, but I actually get a lot more of the patchouli compared to this. But this overall is, you know, a lot lighter than, you know, the older batches I have. I think this is a 16H one. Yeah, we're gonna need another bottle of him. I wear this one a lot more actually for shows because this is a little bit more bold, but I think that one does better in the heat personally. But why not? I'm gonna be like a walking pineapple. Yeah, see, this one's even darker and deeper. And yeah, and dirtier, a little bit smokier. This has a little bit more of a smoky feel. So actually, if you guys have ever tried Pineapple Vintage Intense by Parfums Vintage, I think these two are more in the line if you like this one. So it's fun. We're experimenting a little bit. So I'd say these are kind of similar. But I think the opening of this is of all, you know, the 4 different fragrances I did. This is definitely fruitier and brighter and muskier. So if you don't really want any of the earthiness, I would do, you know, definitely go with this. So this one, this is sweet. And I think it is closer, but I think this is even fruitier and brighter, believe it or not. But as this dries down, it gets muskier. So we'll see how he dries down more. But I would say this is gonna be awesome in the heat, like on a high, you know, a very hot and humid day. It's gonna be awesome because I feel that of the fragrances that, you know, I'm comparing right now, this kind of has more of a lighter, transparent feel. So I think in the heat, this will be awesome. So performance, I would say I got about average performance because it is a brighter, citrusy, you know, it's a very transparent scent, like I just said. So around 4 to 6 hours. I think, you know, you probably will get a little more if you go nuts on your spraying your clothes. That will get you another hour or so at least. So, and I mean, it projected pretty well for the first half hour, and then I think it did kind of get a little bit lighter. But this is one that, like, you know, as you go, it will suddenly remind you that it's there. Like, you know, I asked my husband, you know, a couple hours later if he noticed it, and he said he did. So, you know, that was probably around 5 or 6 hours. At that point, I was like, I don't know, it's a little bit harder for me to tell. Like, after the 4-hour mark for me, it was a little bit harder to tell. But I think this will, of course, be a compliment getter. We know this DNA is just so popular and is loved by so many people. It's just a very mass-pleasing DNA. It's just that DNA that it's hard not to like. You know, it's just really good. Like, maybe someone will think it's too sweet or something, or fruity, but, you know, if someone doesn't really like scents like that, but I personally love this kind of DNA. It's just so good. So yes, definitely a mass pleaser, compliment getter. I think actually us girls may be attracted more to this than the original Aventus. Well, I don't mind the bold patchouli kind of thing, but some women might be turned off by that kind of slight smoky feel that the Aventus can have. So if they want to try it themselves, this might be a good one for us girls to try. But I think this is perfectly unisex. The men will be loving it too, I'm sure. So really good. I think day or night, I think it could go either way. To me, this makes me think more of a fun daytime scent, hanging outside, you know, going to a barbecue or something like that, you know, going out on the boat or whatever. So I think that would be, you know, I think that would work. But then you could kind of see this as like the fun clubbing kind of scent too at night, and like, you know, for shows maybe I would wear this, you know, something like that. So I think it is very versatile. You know, as a professional scent, I don't know. I think this seems a little more fun and playful and casual to be a business scent, I think, but it's up to the wearer, of course, to decide. But for me personally, I think this might be a little bit too kind of happy, you know, and casual and playful, because it's not as kind of deep and smoky as the original Aventus. Yeah, I think this is a great release. Price-wise, to be honest, I did find it a little bit high. I kind of hoped that it would perform a little bit better. I do hope they create a 100 ml release. I think, you know, 100 ml size. I think that would be really good and cost effective. So I'm hoping they will do that. We will see what happens. But overall, I think this is a great scent. I think this is going to do really well for them, and it's going to be really popular. You know, it's one of those scents that you just can't help but like it. You know, it's just really, really good. So I'd like to thank S1ck Jewelry for kindly sending this to me to review. I really appreciate it. So that's my review on liquid silver. Have you tried it? Do you like it, love it, or hate it? Please be sure to leave your comments below. I look forward to hearing from you guys. And that's my review. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day and smelling good. See you soon.